All right, so TTCF shareholders, we had some incredible news come out from management. It was released right before market open, and I've been buzzing all day. But before we dive into that news that was released, I want to share two sentences with you. One is directly from the book 100 to 1 in the Stock Market by T.W. Phelps. I've always recommended that book. It's an incredible book, but I think it's incredibly relevant for days like today, okay? And the next sentence is one that we all know from Warren Buffett, the legend himself. So here's what T.W. Phelps concluded. He said, in order to make money in stocks, you need to have three things, okay? So the first is you need to have the vision to see them. The second one is you need to have the courage to buy them. And the third criteria is you need to have the patience to hold them. Patience is the rarest of the three, okay? Now, with that said, let's bring up this quote by Warren Buffett. He describes the stock market as a device that transfers money from the impatient to the patient. So the most important criteria is patience. You have to be patient because this stock market, especially in the short term, is incredibly manipulated, and we just have to exercise strong patience, and that's how money will be transferred from those who are impatient, the short-term investors, and the money's transferred into the pockets of longer-term investors like myself and yourself, okay? So bear that in mind as we go into the news with regards to TTCF. So here's what management drops today. We've made another acquisition, okay? So TTCF is to buy a Belmont Confections for about $18 million in cash and in stock. Now, the reason why this acquisition is particularly important is because we know that the management, Sam Galletti, they've pretty much given us the roadmap for how they're going to take market share, okay? Before we go into the details of this press release, let me quickly remind you from the investor presentation that this is the opportunity ahead of us, and this is how we're going to take market share, and this is the strategy that the management are employing, okay? And let me tell you this, they are employing it incredibly aggressively. I've never seen a company, well, I've never seen a food-based company, especially the size of TTCF, expand as quickly as it has, gotten into retailers as quickly as it has, made acquisitions for fantastic deals, okay? These are incredible deals that we're getting. I just want to jump straight into it, but let me quickly tell you this. Look at this, right? Look at this. So the acquisition was for $18 million in cash, and at full capacity, this can contribute $100 million annually in revenue in the next 2 to 3 years. So you spent $18 million on an acquisition that is expected to generate 100. You know what? Let me quickly remind you of the investor presentation. Sorry, this is all over the place because I'm just gassed. I'm so gassed. Okay, I apologize. Wusa. This is the roadmap. Okay, Manuel, get yourselves together. This is the roadmap. Okay, so currently, as you know, we're pretty much predominantly in the frozen food aisle. So that's frozen breakfast, frozen entrees and pizzas, and also frozen fruit and veg. Okay, especially this frozen fruit and veg, especially the frozen veg, which we know is in Costco's in the UK. We haven't got the frozen breakfast yet in the UK or the frozen pizzas or entrees, but that will come over time. Okay, that will come over time. International expansion. Right now, the company are taking their time with expansion, and they really want to zone in on North America and take more market share there. So the next stage of us acquiring more market share is the frozen appetizers and snacks. Sam Galletti made it very clear in the Q2 earnings call when he was talking about the Foods of New Mexico acquisition. He says this acquisition expands our own production capacity and diversifies our manufacturing capabilities to accelerate our expansion throughout the entire store, not just frozen, okay? This man is a man on a mission. It's not enough just for him to be in the frozen aisle of Kroger's or the frozen aisles of Target. He wants to be in the entire store. This is right from the horse's mouth. This is from him himself. So he is operating on a frequency of insane urgency right now because he understands the competition is tight. You know, there are competition from the likes of Amy's and other brands as well that bring out plant-based food products. So he understands the urgency, but right now he knows that we have that opportunity and he is maximizing that opportunity. And as a shareholder, it's incredible to see. I absolutely am all for it. Okay, so going back to the investor presentation, frozen appetizers and snacks is where we are going to next. and also salty snacks. So now that we've reminded ourselves of the roadmap, let's go back to the news release. So Belmont Confections is a private label co-manufacturer of nutrition bars. Okay, nutrition bars. Remember, snacks, nutrition bars. Okay. Its line of business includes warehouse distribution of confectionery and related products. The transaction allows Tattooed Chef to diversify its product offering further and enter the global plant-based bar category. The acquisition also expands the manufacturing capabilities of Tattooed Chef and accelerates expansion into ambient products. So again, the foods of New Mexico was our first leg in, and Sam Galetti is not slowing down. We've made another acquisition. Perfect timing right before our Q3 earnings, which, if you're not aware, is on November 10th. So like we always do, we always live stream the earnings call, and I plan to do that again this quarter. Okay, so nothing's changed. We're going to live stream the earnings call on November 10th, and I hope to see you there. Okay, the transaction has been unanimously approved by Tattooed Chef's board of directors, and the acquisition is expected to close in Q4 2021. So that's essentially this quarter, because we're now in Q4 already. So this should be wrapped up, done deal by Christmas, I believe. Okay, we're going to get a lot more details, a lot more information in Q3 earnings. So this is absolutely phenomenal to see. At full capacity, I've already touched on this, but let's just do it again. We believe the Belmont facility can contribute over $100 million annually in revenue in the next 2 to 3 years. So again, this is how we are going to get to $1 billion by 2026, according to Stephanie Dykman. All of these acquisitions that we're making is just putting plan into motion. Okay, plan into motion. Remember what we read at the beginning. We need to have the vision to see them. Now the vision becomes even clearer when you have management pretty much outlining where they want to be, and then as a shareholder, you're seeing them execute. It makes it even easier, in my opinion, to just be patient. Okay, and I just want to encourage Tattooed Chef shareholders out there as well. Be patient, because these guys are moving. They're not slouching. Sam Galetti is not a slouch. The guy is making incredible moves. Think about it, $18 million spent, and that's expected to generate $100 million. The guy knows what he's doing. Okay, so let's delve into Belmont Confectionaries and see what they're all about. So I'm guessing this is the CEO. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so they're based in Youngstown, Ohio. Belmont Confections is a spin-off of a Pittsburgh-based family business specializing in the development and manufacturing of private label nutritional bars. Belmont has continued to grow since its operations in 2007. Sorry guys about that. So it's earnings, right? So let me turn my phone on silent. Apologies for that. Robin Hood are all reporting earnings. So yeah, so let's take a look at their homepage. So we always deliver products to our customers that meet their specifications, and we'll do it on time every time. And as you can see, again, these are all their nutritional bars. So Tattooed Chef are essentially, it sounds like we're just going to take over their facilities. I don't know whether we're keeping the staff. I'm sure Sarah Galetti is going to come in and change the recipes to be more plant-based food orientated, possibly. But yeah, this is pretty much good to go. It's already operational. So it seems like it's just a normal takeover and carry on with operations, but change the recipe to suit the Tattooed Chef brand. Okay, fantastic. I give a quick shout out to Scott in my Discord. The guy is on top of everything and keeps everything on track. So as you can see, we have manufacturing facilities in Italy, in California, New Mexico, Carson, and now you can add Belmont. If you are keeping track and if you are doing your due diligence, you can add the Belmont factory to your research notes. And again, the expectation is $100 million from an $18 million investment. So before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the stock. Even though sometimes there's no point taking a look at the stock, it's just going to be red. And yeah, it's, what did you know? It's closed on the red. I mean, this is why I said the stock is heavily manipulated. What other stock on the market do you know whereby the management will announce an acquisition for $18 million and is expected to generate $100 million within the next 2 to 3 years, and it trades red on the day? I mean, this is why you have to be patient, okay? Whereas if you look at a company like 23andMe, right? So this is a stock that I told you guys about in my video with in my previous video in regards to why HIMS was down. Okay. 23andMe announced an acquisition with Lemonade, a company that is not taking market share, a company that HIMS is dominating in my opinion, and also 23andMe, a company that the top line and the bottom line is just going to pot. They announced an acquisition, right? The two are merging, Lemonade and 23andMe are merging. So you've got two disappointments, you can call it that, merging, and look at the stock, right? It pops. The stock pops what? At its peak, it popped 37%. 37%. Whereas HIMS is red, so HIMS is down. You know, again, HIMS is down as you would, even though they're one of the market leaders. And TTCF announces an acquisition, and what does it do? It's red on the day. So Jeff Bezos put it perfectly. The stock is not the company, and the company is not the stock. So forget about the stock. It's pretty much irrelevant. All that we should be focused on is the company and our management executing on their vision and their plan. And they are, okay? And they are. So thank you so much for watching. If you gain any value, please make sure you smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more video content from me. If you want to join my Discord group, the Patreon link is in the description below. Check us out. But I would wait till the 1st of November because you'll get a full month. If you join now, Patreon will charge you for the rest of October and also November. So you might as well wait till the 1st, okay? But with that said, thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.